All right. Well, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to our Better Marketing Properties using RELA. We'll give it a minute or two as people clock in. Welcome, Kita. Welcome. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Oh, Leo, you're here too. Excellent. I didn't see you pop on. Welcome, Leo. All right, let's see. So far, we've got a couple of people here. We'll get started here in just a second. So today, what we're going to do is we're going to go over how quick and easy it is to create a property website, specifically how to use it, how to use it for your marketing. So I think you all will really enjoy this today. I know that a lot of agents go, well, I can just sneeze and sell my property in 5 days or less. Well, we have to think a little bit beyond what's happening today. Think about all your future marketing that you're going to be doing, thinking about how you can utilize this to showcase what you do in a listing presentation or even a pre-listing presentation that you want to give your clients. So we're going to have a little fun with this. RELA is one of your third-party member benefits offered to you by OC Realtors to create property-specific websites. My job is to show you how quick and easy it is to make a property website, because I know everybody thinks when you hear that, oh, make a property website. Oh gosh, I don't have weeks or days to make a property website, and it's got to be super complicated. Not at all. This tool is going to be really super easy to use. And there's also a lot of really cool features within this tool that you have access to for free to make your lives a lot easier. Okay. So with that said, let's get started. It's 3 minutes after the hour, and I want to respect everybody's time. Real quickly, my name is Anthony. I work here at Orange County Realtors. Been here now for a little over 19 years to almost 20 years here at the board. Been here now, started off in the MLS department, guaranteed I'll speak to everybody regarding rules, regulations, violations, all that fun stuff. What I'm also involved with is our outreach program. Our outreach program is designed to give you training on all your tools and products. So not only do I train on MLS, how to run searches, add and modify listings, so on and so forth, but I also train on zip forms. I'm a zip form certified trainer. Just like my co-host here, Leo Luera. We both basically give training on how to basically put together your transactions electronically, grabbing the necessary contracts, putting them together, and of course, digitally signing them. And of course, all the advanced tools that Zip Forms has to offer, being a free CAR member benefit. And of course, both Leo and I also love training on tech. And Leo, seeing how you're my co-host and co-pilot for today, tell the audience a little bit about you and who you are.
Well, thank you, Anthony. Thank you for the introduction. So yes, my name is Leo. I'm from the Orange County Realtors. I've been with the association since 2007. I started off in membership, then I progressed over to becoming the super key specialist and then a trainer. And we've done training before the pandemic in offices and online, but nowadays it's strictly just online. That may change in the future. So yeah, the classes I've taught in the past would be zip forms, some membership topics, as well as Supra. So I happen to know that pretty well. So yes, I'm almost at 15 years with the association. That's a very long time.
Definitely is. Well, thank you, Leo. Well, welcome, Christine. Welcome, Ruchika. If I pronounce that correctly, welcome to our training today. Well, today it's all going to be about live training. So we're going to show you how to do this very easily. Just out of curiosity, how many of you think that, quick show of hands, how many of you think that creating a property website sounds super complicated? Nobody yet? Oh, one person. Excellent. Well, trust me, it's not going to be complicated at all, especially with this tool. Now, real quickly, I'm going to leave this presentation just to show you here. Whoops. Wrong thing. There we go. If you go to RELA's website, which is www.relahq.com, you're going to see here they've actually updated their website to show you some of the things that you can do in creating a property website. What I mostly want to show you is this. Under the pricing, you're going to notice here that their price starts at $24 per month, which means that you can create or have one active property website at any given time with 2 agents on the site, meaning you and your co-agent. Now, I know you just heard me earlier say, well, Tony, you said that this was a free member benefit, right? And the answer to that is yes, it is. It's free to Orange County realtors. So what you want to do is not go to relahq.com, but you do want to go to www.RELA, H as in Harry, Q as in quit.com/OCR. From here, you'll notice that there's an area for you to be able to create your free account or to create your free account. Now, when you think of creating a free account, well, what does that entail? Does that mean I only get one website or have one active property website at any given time? No. As a matter of fact, you as an agent, part of Orange County Realtors, for free, will have the ability to have free 3 active property websites at any given time. That means that you could have 1,000 property websites that you've created, but 3 active websites at no charge to you. Whereas anybody outside of Orange County has to pay at least $24 a month for at least one. Now, if you have lots of listings, more than 3 at any given time, then you can always upgrade your service at any given time to the $40 a month charge, whereby this is $50 a month for everybody else. So you're getting a bit of a discount. And if you have more than 5 properties that you're trying to market, up to 25, that's for $80 a month, whereas everybody else is paying $100. So you're about getting a 20% savings on their fee for just being an Orange County member. But all I care about, because maybe you only list 1 or 2 properties a month right now, not a problem. Take advantage of the free. You can always upgrade or downgrade any given time, depending on what your needs are. But how we do that is very simply here at relahq.com/OCR. I like the class already. Excellent. Yes, free is good, especially in inflation and cost of living, right? Things cost a lot of money. Well, hey, there we go. We're saving a lot of money here. Just simply, after you go to relahq.com/OCR, put in your first name, your last name, the email address that you have associated with the board, create a password, and then more importantly, your MLS user ID. This should be your OC user ID that you have with the association. So your user ID for the MLS. Once you put in this information and you hit create free account, then you should be able to, let me go back a step here. Come back into the website at any given time and just simply click login. Now, once we go to click login, I'm going to show you 5 necessary steps to make a property website. So after you log in, you're going to be at the area where you can monitor, look at all your property websites that you have created, which ones are active, which ones aren't active, this, that, and the other. Now, if you've not listed or you've not created a property website for your listing, I'm going to show you in 5 easy steps how this is done. And then we're going to go over all the extra details that, or a majority of them, that are going to be really useful for you. Okay. So now this is super important. We must be the listing agent on the property. Okay. Either listing agent or co-listing agent. If we're the co-listing agent, then make sure that you're working with the listing agent to make sure you're not duplicating the same property website. Okay. So this is very important, right? All marketing code of ethics. We can't just create a property website for any property that we don't have a listing agreement for. Okay. Not even one party shows. One party show contracts are not listing agreements. Okay. We're not allowed to advertise that person's property. So say Leo is my agent and now he activates his website or he activates his account with RELA. Now, all we need to do is simply to create a property website, come over to the top right corner where it says add a property. When Leo clicks on add a property, he's now going to put in the address of the home. Now Leo is going to click add property. So step 1, add the property. From here, step 2, the property details. Here, Leo can write a property description. Multi-generational property, 3-bed, 2-bath, home at end of the cul-de-sac. If I can type. Okay. Now, how many of you have put a listing into the MLS before? Katia, Donna? No one's put a property in the MLS before? Okay. Oh, Christine, you have? Excellent. So, Christine, do you know how many characters are required in the property description or maximum in the property description? I do believe it's about what, 2,500 characters now or 1,700? Probably about 1,700, I think, right? So you're very limited to what you can say in the property description. Not to mention you have certain limitations of what you can and cannot say in the property description, right? You can't say things like vacant, go and show. You can't put in your phone number. You can't put in your email address. Can't put anything like that, right? Obviously, we want to be careful of fair housing. Well, what's nice here about your own personal property website that you're creating is that you do not have a character limit. As a matter of fact, you can be as wordy, as descriptive as you need to be about this property. You can even include in this description on your own website how to contact you. So your phone number, your email address, your website, a social media platform, whatever you want people to know about this property. Okay. Obviously, we want to be careful of risk management and fair housing violations. So be careful of those things. Obviously, we don't want to compromise the safety of the home. So you probably shouldn't say vacant, go direct or anything like that in the showing instructions. But just know that you have the ability to be a little bit more descriptive. Not to mention, you can even edit the text in the sense of selecting it. You can bold it, italicize it, underline it if you want. So you have a little bit more play with the property description than you would normally have. Okay. Over to the right. Listing status, you won't need to worry about because right now, according to the website in the top left corner, this is not a published website. So that means that it's not active on the web. But if the property have been sold or is in escrow or is coming soon, you can mark your property website as such. Also, down below under the property type, you'll notice here that it's immediately marked as single family resident. Why? Because that's its default. Click on the down arrow and now you can select your different property types. Now you'll notice here that we have things like duplex, triplex, quadplex, condo, co-op, mobile homes, multi-units, timeshares, townhomes, miscellaneous, even land or other. So what does this say for you as a listing agent? You are not limited to just doing this for condos and single families for sale. You can now indicate, other and say residential lease. That's a lease property, or maybe it's a business opportunity property, or it's a commercial. So with your property website, you can now indicate any and all you listings or properties that you are now a listing agent on. You are not limited to just single family or condo for sales. You can now create a property website for your leases. You can create your property websites for your land opportunities, your business opportunities, commercial properties, whatever property you're the listing agent on. So you have that freedom. Here, list price. What's on the listing agreement? Put in the list price of the property. You don't need to worry about display price because display price and list price are the same. We can indicate when the property was built based on the tax records. We can say how many bedrooms, bathrooms, square footage, right? How many half baths, square footage to the home, lot size, feet, acres, kilometers, whatever's easiest for you. You can indicate how many stories. Is the garage attached or detached? How many parking spaces, including the garage spaces, the property has? But wait, we're not limited here. Back over to the right, we've got amenities. Down below under amenities, we do have a slight small list of amenities that we can add, like city lights view, beach access, mountain views, walk-in closets. But wait a minute, what happens if there's an amenity that I don't see here? Don't worry. Click in the box where it says amenities, get your cursor to blink, and now type in the amenity that you need. And hit tab. Maybe we have the mother-in-law quarters. And we've got a wine cellar. And we've got, oh, I don't know, pool access, spa, heated spa. You know, put in any and all the amenities. What? Newly remodeled. Now, a couple of nice things about this. These amenities are also going to be keywords. So if somebody is doing a search on the web, put in all the necessary keywords you need to have this property found. So bedrooms, bathrooms, square footage, location, anything like that. Put that under as an amenity. That way, when someone does a search on, say, Google search, these amenities are now hit and elevated to the top of the list. Now, you can also, under the property details, indicate any open houses that you may have for the future. Just simply click on open house dates, date, start time, end time. You don't need to worry if it's a public or a broker's open house. This is to indicate to the public when you are holding an open house. Now, do you want to make sure that this is also on the MLS? The answer is yes. But at least you can indicate individual open houses that you're hosting on the property website. Once you've modified the details of the property, top right corner, click save. Always save your work here from the property details. So step 2, we put in the property details. Any questions about property details? Leo, any questions from you?
What's the temperature and where you live at?
There you go. Put that in the property description.
Mild
Today's
temperature
temperature
is fair
is,
weather.
it's a hot market.
The hot market.
Okay. So stage 3, what are we going to do at stage 3? The photo gallery. Anytime you make a property website, you obviously need to have photos. Okay. Now this is where we're going to shine. Anybody here know how many photos the MLS is allowed to have? Like, what's the maximum number of photos you can have on a listing? Come on, class.
Is it close to 75?
You're right, Leo. 75 photos.
That's a lot.
You can have up to 75 photos, but here's the catch. Each photo can't be larger than 2 megabytes, meaning that they're either low to medium resolution. Now, some of you who are getting professional photos taken of a property, RELA doesn't take any information from the MLS for the listing. Ruchika, they actually pull data from the web. So when your listing is in the MLS and it goes out to the web, they will pull a very brief property description, but at least in the property details, you can rewrite over it, maybe add to it if you want to. So it does pull in some of the information, but not all of it. It won't look at the amenities. It'll only look at maybe bedroom, bathroom, square footage, year built, property description. That's pretty much it. And I put in our office address as a demo today, only because I know I and nobody else is listing it. And of course, we're not making the website published. Does that help? You're welcome. All right. So here are the photos. So MLS only allows for 75 photos. MLS only allows 2 megabyte size files for each photo. But the photographers that you're hiring for about $100 to $200, they usually take about anywhere from 100 to 200 photos. And a lot of times they will give you high definition photos as well as low definition photos, one for the MLS and one for your public marketing. Now, this is where RELA's website comes into play. You are not limited to the file size. So you can have the high definition photos and you can have as many photos as you want. So you're unlimited. So you could actually use all 200 photos if you want to, above and beyond what MLS has to offer. Now, to add photos to your property website, very simply, for step 3, we're going to come over here towards the left-hand side to this little small blue button that says Add Files. When we go to Add Files, a window should open up. And it's taking a minute here on my computer. We're now going to browse our computer for those picture files. Now, this is where it's going to be a little fun here. I'm going to select all my photos. And now when I say open, in less than 3, 2, 1, we've got all these photos being uploaded simultaneously. Now, if I have more than 20 photos, it will take about 2.5 minutes to upload more than 20 photos to my property website. Here we've got 12 properties that took us less than 2 minutes to upload. What I can do here is very quickly and easily swap my pictures around. We notice that this is picture number 1, but maybe I want the outside of the home to be my first photo. Simply move my mouse over top of the photo, click and hold, drag it, and let go. Unlike the MLS, where if I need to swap out the primary, I need to move it to the secondary slot and then grab the secondary or primary and move it to the secondary, which can be a bit of a hassle. Here, we don't need to worry about that. I can now just simply and quickly grab my photos and my photography and move it around quickly and easily. I do not need to click save at this point. I've added the photos. So step 3, we've added the photos. Step 4, theme and contacts. Theme and contacts. The theme of the website. We see here that we are at the Rubik _V2 theme. We see what a preview of this website looks like, which is kind of nice. By the way, in previewing this website, we get to see the overview, the photos, the amenities, the contact information. If we scroll down, we see what it's offered at, the bedroom, bathroom, some of the photos, the amenities, but right away, we get to see who it's presented by. But what I want to bring your attention to is this: get in touch. Now, how many people think that RELA is the one that's going to intercept the contact? Anybody? Good. Nobody thinks that. Excellent. Here's the advantage of having your own personal property website done that you are doing yourself. RELA does not collect any of their data. The data that is sent to you when someone says get in touch, they put in their name, they put in their email address, they may put in a phone number and a message. The moment they hit send inquiry, that email, or you are immediately emailed from RELA that you have received a lead to your property website. So the lead comes directly to you, not a call center, not another vetting bureau like some of the other property websites out there are doing. This all comes directly to you. So any leads, any and all leads that are generated by your property website come immediately to me and me alone. Now, if you don't like the Rubik website, not a problem. Click on where it says change theme. And over here towards the right-hand corner, we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 21 different templates for our property website. These are all free. These are all included in your free member benefit. Simply select a theme. Now the system refreshes and now you can see what that theme looks like. If you don't like that one, not a problem. Change it again and pick. So now you can fully customize and make every property unique to you. Make it stand out. From here, underneath that, the company logo, we can upload the company logo to appear on our property website. We should see that around my contact information. There we go. And underneath that, the first time that you do this under contacts, you're going to hit edit and you're going to put in your contact information. Contact information like your personal profile picture. If that comes up, there we go. We're going to come back up here. We're going to upload our personal contact or our personal photo. We're going to make sure our name, we're a realtor, our phone number, our email address, the name of our company, and of course our DRA license number. And maybe we have our own personal website. We can even also connect our social media platforms to our property website. So put in your Facebook, your YouTube channel, your Twitter account, your LinkedIn, Vimeo, Pinterest, Instagram, even your Zillow account, if you happen to have one. Add all that information in. Do this the first time and then hit save contact. Now you shouldn't need to update that information unless you change your company. But even then, you're only changing one thing, not everything. So that's step 4. Choose your theme, upload your contact information. Now, step 5, when you're ready to publish this to go live and active, come over to the top or left corner where it says not published, click on the down arrow and hit published. Once you hit publish, under the domain names or under domains, RELA automatically creates a free domain name for your property website. It will always be the property website or the property address.rela.com or relahq.com. Now we can take this, copy it, paste it, put it in my marketing, send it out there to the world. Get people to know that this property has been created. I can copy and paste it on my YouTube page, my Instagram channel, do a video about the property website to get people interested. We just got to promote it. Put it on our flyers of just listed, just sold. Are there any questions about this? Did that make it look easier there, Donna? Leo, do you have any questions? My fun co-host.
You're just the perfect instructor for this material. They make it look really easy.
It's honestly super, super easy. If you did nothing else, that's what you could do. Okay. When the property goes inactive, just go back into RELA, select published, and then make it not published. That way you take it down and it frees up one of your free property websites, because you can have 3. So maybe you create 3 this month, 1 sells. Now you take it down, make it unpublished. That now leaves it 1 open for you. So that maybe next month when you get a new listing, you now make that an active website, and then another one goes inactive. So you can just now do all part of this as your maintenance.
I do have a question.
Yes, sir.
So when you unpublish it, not publish it, after it's closed, does the URL for it display a broken link or some kind of error message?
If somebody does try to find it later on, because it's no longer published, it will say unknown or not found, because it's been taken down off the web. But doesn't mean you still can't use it later on. If it was a lease and the property leased out, then I take it down from it being active. And then maybe a year and a half later, I get the leasing contract again. Now I can go back in and under my properties, select that property and then make that one published. Maybe update the photos a little bit. So now I didn't have to recreate the wheel or recreate multiple websites for properties that I've already created. But it also is a nice running tally of what I've done, which is also great for a listing appointment.
Okay. I suspected that it would be, the link would be suspended or you get some 404 error, but that's great that you can be able to bring it back. In your case, a lease transaction, because every once in a while your tenant moves out and then you have an availability and need someone to move in.
And then Ruchika, no, you can have 3 active at any given time. So the 3 active could be active for 3 or 4 months, right? But when you now need to create a 4th, then RELA is going to want you to upgrade to that $39 a month for that extra website. But If out of those three, one of them goes inactive, like it goes into escrow or it closes escrow, then you make it from published to not published. Now that frees one of your three active listing spots. So all you're doing is you're just rotating it out. Does that make sense, Ruchika? If I'm pronouncing your name correctly? I'm horrible at that. Sounds good. Good. So yeah, I mean, as one goes off the market, you take it down. Now that frees up for you to make another one live at a later time. So if you're getting one or two properties a month, rotating them out pretty steadily, you should never really have to pay for anything. Now, that's just showing you the basics. So now let me show you some of the cooler things because of everything else that you're doing in marketing a property. That's going to really make this shine. Okay. So I've already showed you under the property details that you can schedule your open house dates. Now there is something that they did also add this year for your property website, and that is showing schedules. You as the listing agent can now allow somebody viewing the property website to request a showing. That again comes directly to you. So maybe you use the standard calendar or you use Calendly or Acuity. A standard calendar would be like your Google Calendar or your Microsoft Calendar, what have you. Maybe you just turn that on. So now under that property website, there will be a choice not only to request or get in touch with you, but there's also now a new choice to schedule a showing. Maybe also in your scheduling of your showings, you can also indicate if you're having certain live events, like during your open house, maybe it's not just an in-person, but you're also going to do a live stream from Google Live, or I'm sorry, Facebook Live or YouTube Live. Or maybe they want to access your pre-recorded video of an open house. But typically your live stream are in person. Also, so you can actually schedule that so that people are notified that you're also doing a virtual live event. Besides the scheduling of the showing, the photo gallery. Back here at the photo gallery, underneath each photo, there's a little white box here. You can write a quick description like, oh, I don't know, let's go with gorgeous view. And wine tasters delight, things like this. But you'll notice here that when I'm looking at that property website, and we'll look at the demo here real quick, that I have to scroll down to even look at the photos. Well, I kind of want a little slideshow to happen, like a virtual tour. Back at the photo gallery, what I can now do is come down below or come to the middle left-hand side where it says gallery options. Click on that little gear icon. And from here, I'm going to select virtual tour. Now, what I'm now going to do is I'm going to turn on the slideshow feature by enabling it. And now what I can do is say how long each photo lasts on the main website, maybe 4 seconds. Do I want it to pan and zoom, be random, or fade in and out? I can even select if I have 200 photos. I don't have to use all 200 photos. Maybe I get to pick and choose which photos are in the shot. So here I would select the photo and say, is it visible or not visible or hidden from the slideshow? So I can pick and choose what pictures are seen in that slideshow. From here, I can now hit save and close. So if we preview this again under the theme and contacts, when someone pulls up the property website, we'll give it in 3, 2, 1. There's a fade into another photo. So as they don't even have to scroll down on the website. They can actually automatically see all the photos that we have on this listing. The next, videos and 3D tours. So in the MLS, you can have up to 2 unbranded videos, meaning that they have no marketing or anything like that on them. There's no talking about you or anything like that. Or you can have 2 syndicated videos that does have some branding under the syndication remarks section. Okay. Total is about 4. I think most agents get no more than 1 done by their photographer. But wait. Here, we can upload the unbranded tour or the branded video. Just simply click on unbranded video. And if we have that video link, we can simply paste it from either YouTube or Vimeo. If you're like me and you like making videos, maybe you have the MP4 videos. Simply choose upload video from my computer, and now we can browse for that video on our computer. And now we can select the entire MP4. Now this is where it's going to take a minute to upload, but we could do that. But we are not limited to just the property. Anybody here doing video marketing or social media marketing? One of which is your video marketing plan? Anybody doing that right now or thinking about doing it? Anybody here have YouTube? Oh, good. Marceline, excellent. Miss Medina. So you have a YouTube channel. You probably have videos like your intro video of who you are. Maybe you have a video of the city that this property happens to be listed in. Maybe you have a couple of interview videos with a couple of people in and around the area. Guess what? Upload those videos. So you're not limited to just one thing. So have your intro video, you and your team, not only the property, the virtual tour of the home, but also the community video that you've just done, the interview videos of businesses in and around the area that people want to know about in living or where this property is at to live. You can now upload all those videos. Just like with the photos, you're unlimited to those. Now, those of you who are doing 3D tours or 360 tours, you do have a section for 3D video. Matterport. Anybody here familiar with Matterport? If you're not familiar with Matterport, this is where this has taken the business by storm. Now, this technology came out about 6, 7 years ago. And I know a lot of agents went, nobody's ever going to do it. It's because it's going to die out. But funny enough, COVID really made this come to fruition, like in a big way, right? Nowadays, with being able to virtually be in a home, you now can give the aspect, or the client can now have the aspect of feeling and walking in the home without necessarily being physically at the property. Okay. This is really big nowadays when people are considering, exposure to COVID, diseases, or even better yet, hey, I just don't like people walking through my house. If you've never seen a Matterport tour before, this is what it looks like. So here we'll just click play real quick. And just imagine if you're wearing those 3D goggles, right? Or just taking your phone and looking at someone's house. We hit play. Now, what's going to happen here is that we get a 3D model, and now we are literally looking around the house. I can look up and down. I can begin to walk into each and all the rooms and give myself a nice little look-see about the home. I can see the views outside the window. I can see where I'm going and what I've been doing. Oh, there's a bathroom in here. It's kind of nice, right? Typical bathroom. There's the Matterport camera just being stuck there. But we're literally walking through this home. A tour like this has really been a game changer in your industry. No longer are you getting clients who are wanting to see 40, 50, 60 homes today. With tours like this, they've already been through the property. The only reason why they would ever go into a home is to get an actual feel for the actual property itself, like the neighborhood. That's something that's not necessarily conveyed in a tour like this, but they kind of already got a general sense of what the home looks like. So now you've got more time to show other clients other homes rather than one client, multiple homes. If you're a listing agent, this is something that's super big in today's age. By the way, you'll notice here that this is on YouTube, but down below, we can share this with a client or share this with somebody. We can actually initiate the VR goggles. So if you do have the goggle system where you can now put your phone in there, you can now literally look around, and where you're pointing at by lining up the little dots will walk you through the house. Now, ask your photographer if they do things like this. Some photographers will include it in their initial setup of their photography of a home. Others may actually charge you. I've seen it as little as $50 extra added to the bill, up to $400 added to the bill, depending on how big the home is. Another thing that you can do to make your website stand out: add music. Now, RELA, and it looks like they just added in some extra songs, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 21 different duty-free songs. Now, I don't know if I've added this yet, so let's make sure that I share my sound. But just simply click play. So now you can hear the song. Usually the songs are going to dictate the upbeat of the property. If you like the song, simply click add. And that's going to add it to your website. So now if you simply went to theme and contacts, the website opens up, and now you should hear the song play. You're getting a beat, the tempo for what everybody's looking at, right? We go down, we see the bedrooms, bathrooms, square footage. We're going to see the photos, the 3D tour, the video section, things like that people can look at. Besides music, you can upload documents and PDF files of the floor plans. Now, this is really big here. Anybody here representing somebody on a lease? A landlord? Maybe? Anybody here ever deal with a lease before? Good. So one person dealt with a lease, right? What's one form that is required for your tenant to fill out? Anybody? Come on, don't be shy. Leo, do you know what that form is?
Is it month to month?
Well, that's the the agreement between the landlord and the tenant, but the tenant needs to submit something first. It's a application to rent,
Oh, yes.
right? And the application to rent is not able to be filled out by the listing agent, right? Or even the buyer's agent. That's got to be filled out by the client. Well, what's one of the reasons why we have this property website? We want to get people to see the home. We want them to contact us. And of course, if this happened to be a lease, we want them to immediately fill out the application. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the MLS or into the zip forms. I'm going to grab an application to rent, put in the property address. Then I'm going to download that PDF file. And then I'm going to come over here to where it says docs and floor plans and add that application to rent on my lease property website. So now potential tenants can download that application, fill it out, and email it directly to me because they've got my information on the website. Anybody like that?
I do. It
Hopefully.
makes things easier.
Makes things easier. Okay, good. All right. Next thing here that we got going on, because we've gone over the music, we've gone over the docs and floor plans, we've gone over videos, how to upload them, showings. Now we can get direct showing requests from people viewing the property website. What else is there? Brochures. And when we think of brochures, we are thinking about print advertising, right? How many of you do flyers for your listings? I should see every hand raised. Do you pay somebody to do it? Probably, right? Usually, how long does it take them to make a flyer for you? If you're not doing it yourself, you're probably paying somebody to do it, right? Usually takes them a few days to make it, get your approval. Then you got to wait for printers to print it out, right? Anywhere from 2 to 3 days. Do we want to streamline this? Do we want to have extra costs coming out of our pockets? Heck no. Coming over here, because I have the property website made, I can now go under marketing section, go to brochures. And now we can create flyers. We can create brochures, social media posts, and postcards. Now you may go, well, geez, that's only one, right? No. Here, when I go to flyers, I'm now given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different flyers I can create. Now, what's cool about this is that some of them are front and back. All I need to do is find a flyer I like, select it by clicking on the down arrow and say, use this theme. Now, when I do that, the flyer is going to open up for me. Now, maybe I want to change some things around. Maybe I want to change the fonts. Maybe I don't like that. Maybe I want to change the backgrounds and add in some extra stuff. Well, guess what? This flyer is fully editable. Simply click on the magnifying glass, and now every aspect of this flyer is fully customizable. I can crop, I can resize, I can move things around. I can come over here to the left-hand side and I can add in extra text boxes. I can change the font size. I can change the font colors, line spacing. Everything on this flyer is 100% editable. So everything here is editable. Now, once I'm done adding in whatever I want, maybe I even add in a QR code. So somebody scans this flyer, they are immediately going to be redirected on their phone device to the property website. And you'll notice here, all I did was click on QR code and I could put it anywhere I want on this flyer. Now I can save my changes. Once I save my changes and I close this out, I can now download it. I can print it. I can email it to my print person or take it to Kinko's. And by the way, this is a high def PDF. Because I have those high end photos, there will be very little to no graininess or change to this flyer. So you're going to get high quality prints. Ruchika asks, can we change the destination address for the QR code? Well, why would you change the destination address? You meaning not to direct it back to the property website? Wouldn't I want to capture their information from the property website? I mean, I guess you could, but and let's see here. Yeah, it does only reflect the domain name. So it does direct it. But doesn't mean I can't upload my own photo. If I go to image, I can actually upload my own QR code. So if I have a QR code that goes to my personal website, I could do that. Something like that. Maybe go to the personal website or social media. You could do that. I usually like to capture people's information if they're taking the time. I don't like to redirect them to say social media, but anywhere where I can get their information, if they're viewing any information, would be great. By the way, besides the flyers, anybody here ever been into those multi-million-dollar properties before? Where they usually have, instead of just a one-page flyer sitting on the table, a brochure. Makes sense. Oh, you're welcome. Where on the table, they've got that beautiful glossy booklet of the property, right? They're probably spending anywhere from $50 to $60 per brochure, right? Well, guess what? RELA has those 4-page booklets already here, all pre-laid out. You have horizontal and vertical layouts. Again, fully customizable. So Leo, which one do you like? 1, 2, 3, or 4?
I like number 4.
Number 4. So here I'm going to say use this theme. And here's my 4-page booklet. That again, I can go in, click on the magnifying glass, change things around, update things, add things to it, right? And then at the end of the day, download it and send it off to Kinko's. So now instead of being $50 or $60 a print booklet, I can now maybe spend $10 or $15 at Kinko's. Or if I have a marketing team at my office, I didn't have to wait weeks to get something like this done in just a matter of minutes. Hey guys, here's my brochure booklet. Please print it out on that nice high-end glossy cardstock. And now it takes them a day or two to get me 15 copies or 20 copies at a quarter of my cost. Those of you who are into social media, Instagram, Facebook, things like that, under the social media section, here we have just listed, just sold, open house announcements, all form fitted to the various different social media platforms. So maybe we've got an open house announcement. We're going to say use this theme. Now I can fully edit this, right? Change out the picture, indicate the open house dates and times. And now at the end of the day, when I hit save and download, I can now post this on my Facebook or on my Instagram or whatever else. And let's close that out. There we go. So here, download it and then upload it. Maybe I input a embedded link, or again, what's cool about this is we just stick that QR code in there because we want them to go to our property website. And again, if they're viewing this on mobile, it's very easy to do. Maybe we even add in here a text box and just say IGTV live. And then we're going to change the colors a little bit. So get it out there, get it seen. Maybe we font size it a little bit, rotate it. You know, whatever you need to get this out there. And again, we're not limited on this. Maybe even do your hashtags, right? What is it? Hashtag great home for sale. However you need to do the hashtag. I'm not very good at hashtags, so you'll have to forgive me on that. But you kind of get the gist. And of course, the last one, postcards. Here under the postcard section, you're given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20, 22 different postcards. But what's cool about this is that you get to see the sizes: 5.5 by 8.5, 6 by 11s, 4 by 6 postcards. These are all front and back postcards. So if you like big giant postcards that need to go in someone's mail, you can now choose it and now edit front and back. You'll notice here that there's a wide section for anybody's address to be placed here. Well, guess what? You now take this, download it, send it off to your EDM, right? Your electronic, your email, or not email, your electronic distribution system. Okay. Here's my postcard that needs to go to these 250 homes in this community. This is the postcard you're going to use. Now they print it, and instead of costing you 60, 70 cents per postcard, it might only cost you 25 because you've already made the design. Now it's just the cost of the postage stamp. So again, it's all about saving money. Anybody like this? All right, last thing that we're going to talk about. Oh, by the way, are there any questions on this?
Actually, I do have one. Just to
Yes.
just to verify, showing time or any of those other systems won't populate or go back and forth with this software with RELA.
Mm-hmm. Wait, what won't go back and forth?
Showing time, like if you wanted to schedule appointments or open houses.
Yeah, showing time is all based on MLS for now, until Zillow decides to put it on their website. But for right now, yeah, that's through MLS only and only accessed by agents, at least with my personal property website. Okay. And here we'll just view it with my personal property website. When someone, you know, if I had that here for the scheduling, like getting in touch, you'll notice here I can schedule a tour. And now I can say what date and time I want to request the tour. And that goes again directly to the agent. And there's a way to change the music here somewhere. But let's take off the music real quick.
Oh, okay. I was getting into it. Sorry.
But I mean, when you do that, and you're not limited to just going down, you'll notice here off to the side, there's a choice here to schedule it too. So no matter what, anywhere on this page, so when somebody goes here, they're looking at the photos, they can schedule a tour with me, and that comes directly to me, the listing agent, or my co-agent if I have the co-agent here. But there's the property description, there's the highlight, my features, the 3D tour, the photos, where it's, where it's located on a map, along with all the other nearby amenities, which is really neat. Again, most importantly, my contact information, get in touch with me, send an inquiry, so I really like this a lot. And when you're dealing with needing to get leads nowadays, free you can't beat. You really can't, especially when you're talking about certain third-party websites out there that are charging about $1,000 to $5,000 per zip code to get maybe 3 or 4 leads a month, if you're lucky. And then you got to work it and try to convert them. I think cost effective wise, might as well have something like this. Now there's something else that's really neat about this too. By the way, are there any other questions? Have I stumped everybody so far? I don't see any hands raised.
Nope, you haven't stumped me.
Okay. So there's also another really cool thing here with RELA. RELA has a unique partnership with Facebook. Now, how many of you here have a Facebook business page? Probably a couple of you, right? I do. Excellent. Now, have you ever created a Facebook targeted ad before, Ruchika? You have. Now, on average, how long does it take you to make a Facebook targeted ad? Anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes? About? It's very troublesome. Exactly. At least 20 minutes. Well, guess what? Because I like to make things super easy for you, RELA does have a Facebook ad creation platform, and it's super easy. Okay. And as a matter of fact, this is a great way of also monitoring your ad as well as the website performance. When you bring up your property website and you're looking at the overview, we get to see the URL. We get to see the branded media. We also get to see the analytics about the property, how many views, how many people have seen it within the past couple of days. And of course, below this will be anybody who's submitted their information to me. Okay. Now this is where I'm going to deviate from this just a little bit, but before we do that, you're going to notice here that there is a choice that says Facebook ads. Now what you want to do is you want to link your Facebook business page account to your RELA account. Just simply click get started, and it's going to ask you to connect your Facebook business page to your RELA account. Once you do that, you can now literally create an ad in less than 5 minutes. Now, I'm just going to jump over to their platform real quick, or their video, and I'm not going to necessarily play it all the way through, but I definitely want to highlight it. Now, let's see here. There it is. Come on. Looks like they just updated this. I used to have a play button here. Okay. So what typically happens? Awesome. They don't have a play button anymore. So it looks like they might have taken down their video on how to do this, but let's just double check. All right. Interactive 3D tours. I don't want that. Well, that's good to know that they took down their video for this. All right, so this is what's going to happen. When we hit get started, you're going to follow a couple of easy to do steps. Number one, it's going to ask you, what do you want to accomplish in your ad? Okay. It's going to ask, do you want to generate buyer leads, investor leads, or page views? You can select one or all three options. Typically, you're wanting probably buyer leads. Number two, distance. Because of Facebook guidelines or Facebook advertising guidelines now, you can no longer just pick cities or the age range or gender. So it's going to be all genders. It's going to be people ages 18 and up. But what your key is how far out from the property do you want to try to generate leads? Anywhere from 0 miles up to, say, 400 miles. Okay. Put in your distance. I want 400 miles circle radius. Okay. Then what you're going to do is you're going to indicate on there how much money you want to spend and when you want to run the ad. Now, I do believe that the ad costs about $9 per day with a minimum of about $50. Okay. That's usually about a week-long ad. So say you put your budget or you set your budget at $100 to run a 2-week ad, say June 1st to June 14th. Okay. Then from there, when you go next, it's going to bring up a little blurb here of what the ad will look like. What it's going to do is immediately going to reference in the middle the property website, maybe a single picture. It's going to have your Facebook business page name. They can like your business page. Down below, just listed, a little bit of your property description, and of course, other information. Now, everything about the ad is, again, fully customizable. All you need to do, click on edit, and now you can edit all aspects of this ad. You can put in a video or substitute a video in the ad. You can, put a nice little title on the ad, things like that. Now, once you save it and you go to the next step, it's going to then indicate the ad or what the ad looks like. And then, of course, it's going to give you a preview, like your budget, your time, the object of the ad, in this case, generating leads for buyers, right? Men and women within, over the age of 18, within 400 miles. And of course, it's going to tell you all the locations within that circle distance radius. At which point you can then hit publish ad. Now, if anybody's familiar with Facebook advertising, a Facebook targeted ad usually appears in the middle of your news feed. Okay. So you get an ad that appears in the middle of the news feed, just like so. Now, when that ad comes up, and let me find one here. There we go. Open door. When that news feed comes up, it's going to have everything here. You can have the video. Okay. Person can click on that. They're going to be redirected to the property website. But you're going to have a button also down below that says learn more. And I'm going to show that here. It's going to say learn more. And that's right here in the bottom left corner of the ad. Now, when they click on learn more, Facebook will automatically open up a window verifying the person's name, first name and last name, their email address, and their phone number. Those are the 3 major requirements for anybody having a Facebook personal page. So for you to belong to Facebook, they need to verify that you are you by your name, by your email address, and your phone number. So right away, this targeted ad already pre-vets this client. Now what happens is that you're going to be sent a push notification that someone has responded to your ad. Now what happens here is that as the ad goes on, at the end of the day or every day, you can then go back into your website, look at the overview, and here you can see your ad performance. Now, what's super cool about this is that you can see how many leads you've received, how many impressions, meaning how many people have seen the ad, how many people have clicked on the ad, and of course, how many leads you've generated from the ad, all until that money is spent. Now, any leads that you receive are automatically under where it says Facebook leads or leads, and it will have the person's name. When you click on that person's name, it's then going to open up a little window, and it's going to give you their phone number, their email address, and any notes you would like to make. So again, when I click on that person, I'm automatically going to get their name, their phone number, their email address. Now, what's also cool about this is I could export this information into my CRM. So I love using this as an example. Do we have time for a story, Leo? Probably. Okay. So I know that this works. Now, I know it sounds super simple, but trust me, it is this simple and it does work. About 2 years ago or 3 years ago, I was in Laguna Woods Properties giving a class on this very topic on RELA. And one of the agents there, his name is Warren. He's about 74 years of age. And he said, I've made the property website, but I'm always reluctant to make the ad because I'm afraid that the ad is overly complicated. And he goes, you make it look too simple. And I said, it is simple. Let's try it after class. So we went through the steps. It literally took Warren 5 minutes to make the ad. He wanted to spend $100 to run 2 weeks. And he did his distance. And I said, great. I come back in a month to teach our class on zip forms. Let me know or give me a call to let me know how well this ad did, because I'd like to give a follow-up to the agents in your office. Well, 2 weeks go by. I didn't hear from Warren. A day before, a month later, after a day before my class, back at Warren's office, Warren happened to give me a call. And he said, Tony, I forgot to give you a call. I feel like such a bonehead. He goes, but I just want to let you know how well this ad did. And I said, great, Warren, what happened? He goes, you know what, Tony? He goes, it went through the $100. He goes, I got about 1,900 impressions in that 2 week ad. Out of those 1,900 impressions, I had about 97 people click on the ad interested in wanting to buy this property. Now, out of those 97 clicks, I got 13 people's information from that ad. Now, both Warren and I were super excited. Wow, that's 13 leads that you got from a $100 investment. That's pretty awesome. Did you convert any of them? And Warren got really quiet over the phone. And Warren goes, you know what, Tony, I haven't even called them yet. It's been about a week since I last looked at this. He goes, I feel like even more of a bonehead. And I said, Warren, don't even fret it. What I want you to do, I want you to give those people a call, whether it's positive or negative. 13 leads is great, right? That's a learning experience if you don't convert any, but let me know by tomorrow if you did convert any. That way we can, again, tell your office. So needless to say, the next day, started up the class and I said, hey, gang, Warren tried out the ad. Did anybody else try it? Funny enough, nobody else did, because again, they all said the same thing. Oh, well, we were scared of it. We were intimidated by it, but that's great. Warren, I can't believe you did that. Warren, tell the audience how well it did. So of course he goes, I talked to Tony yesterday. I told him all about this, the 1,900, the 97 clicks, and the 13 leads. Now everybody went, wow, 13 leads. That's great. And I said, Warren, did you call those leads? And he goes, no, I didn't call them right away. To which his broker kind of laughed and went, why didn't you call them? He goes, I did call them. I had, awesome, Warren. How many leads did you convert? Did you convert any? And he got a big smile on his face and he goes, yes, Tony, I did convert 6 of those 13 leads. One of which is interested in wanting to buy that home. So 3 weeks later go by. I gave Warren a follow-up call. Hey, Warren, how you doing? How are those leads? He goes, Tony, I'm in escrow on all 6 of these leads. He goes, I've already doubled my income from last year when I did a total of 6 sales for an entire year. He goes, I'm feeling pretty good. I really like this. So for his $100 investment, he made 6 deals inside of a month. So this does work. If you're looking at making your marketing dollars more effective, this is one of those ways of doing it. And using social media, leveraging social media to your advantage to be cost effective in your marketing. So not only do we get people to view our property for free, capture their lead information, but also we can use this to quickly and easily create a Facebook targeted ad to gain even more leads, to gain even more business. So this is a huge thing for us that you should be taking advantage of today. With that said, are there any questions? No questions? Is everybody doing something else? You kind of zone out there? Anybody like today? Anybody excited about using this tool? Even if you don't have a listing right now, at least activate your free account. Okay. The class was pretty good. Never knew about RELA. Excellent. Excellent. We've only had it for close to 5 years now. So I love training on this. I think it's a really awesome underutilized tool. I definitely want everybody to take advantage of it. I just think with all the marketing things that you have available today, most of which out there are really costly, why do that to yourself? Save money. Activate your free account, create free property websites, create free flyers and postcards and all that stuff, and then spend a little money on your Facebook advertising. But I think you'll notice a huge difference. I'm having some problems creating a new account. Should I contact customer support? What are you having problems with specifically, Rutika? Is it not recognizing your user ID for the MLS? Are you currently an active member? I would assume you are. And is the email address the same email address that you have for your MLS account? Okay, then I would definitely down below hit the little chat box icon, and they should look at your account to make sure that you do have access. Are you a recent member? Member of the MLS of Orange County Realtors? Okay, so yes, you are. Okay, maybe they haven't been notified about your account yet. So yeah, definitely let them know, and then they will help you with that free account for sure.
If I could interrupt, I did the liberty of checking into her account, and she's been an active member with us for some time this year. So
Okay,
and she has an active MLS account as well.
no problem. And then Kata asked, what happened if we don't have a listing? That's okay. You can still create a property website just to play around with some of the tools. The big thing is just don't make it published. That way you can play around with some things. You might not be able to do the Facebook ads, but at least you can play with the brochures, upload photos, try out the video section, look at some of the different websites, which is fine. And again, the more you practice with it, the easier it's going to be, the faster you're going to get. And of course, implement it into your routine when you do get a listing. And when you do that, again, this is really nice for when you have a listing presentation. You can actually show them like ad performance, like, hey, when I create get a listing, I create a targeted website. This is how well it does. This is when we do Facebook targeted ads. This is what our results are, which now all of a sudden puts you as a higher productive agent that's centric to customer service. Because nowadays when people go, well, give me all your commission, it's because they don't see any value in you, right? Or they don't see what they're getting for what they're paying for. At least this way you're showing them what it is that they're paying for. Does that make sense? And it gets them super excited. Wow. I just figured it's a good seller's market. It is, but it's slowing down. The listing doesn't have to be a particular price, like at least $1 million listing or something. No, you can have, like I said, you can have your lease being what, $500 a month, $1,500 a month. It's any property that you're the listing agent on. Or I should say, listing or co-listing agent, which is nice. If you're the co-agent, coordinate that with your listing agent. That way you take advantage of your 3-to-3. Like Warren, him and his wife were partners. So he had 3 property websites. His wife, they just alternated who was the main listing agent on the property when they created the property website. So now all of a sudden they had 6. They're 2 individual accounts, which is kind of neat. Any other questions, ladies and gents? Well, if there are no other questions, I want to thank everybody today. If you do have any questions, please feel free to, oh, my computer just get really slow real quick. There we go. There we go. If you do have any questions, please feel free to either call me or email me. My phone number, 949-586-6800. My extension is 104. Or feel free to email me at Tony, Tony, at OC Realtors. That's ending in an S, OCREALTORS.org. With that said, I want to thank everybody for attending. Leo, thanks very much for co-hosting with me and talking with me in the audience today and sharing your experiences. And I will talk to you all really, really soon.
All right. Thank you again, Anthony. That was another great class. Thank you. We appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.